This is Startup Biz Coach Radio, formerly known as Mornings with Terry, and we're empowering entrepreneurs right from the start. Find us at thestartupbizcoach.com every morning at 10 a.m. Eastern with your host, Terry Clay. Are you ready to get this business started?
Hey, this is Terry Clay, and I am back with another episode of the Startup Biz Coach Radio.
Hey, this is Terry Clay, and I am back with another episode of the Startup Biz Coach Radio. Yeah. So we are back on the call yet another day. We do this call every single day, Monday through Friday, live from the blog, thestartupbizcoach.com, and we are excited that you all have decided to join us yet another day. So I just want to say thank you for coming back daily to the call. I know that you may be on iTunes or YouTube or Stitcher or Speaker or on the blog, thestartupbizcoach.com, and we're just excited that you all come back every single day. And if this is the first time that you have been on the Startup Biz Coach Radio, we do this call every single day, Monday through Friday. Monday through Thursday, we interview successful entrepreneurs about business and entrepreneurship and how they did with starting a business. And then on Fridays, I do the call myself. I do a topic maybe on blogging, on how to start a business, just some sort of tips to help you all in your business. So thanks again for stopping by the Startup Biz Coach. So we do have another guest, as we do every Monday through Thursday, and we allowed our guests to introduce ourselves. So please, Lucinda, tell us who you are and what do you do?
Absolutely. Well, in the social media streets, they call me the activator. So I do life coaching, lifestyle coaching for women and now a few good men in terms of just putting their platforms together. I do motivational speaking, and lately I've been doing like a lot of media based on this whole vision board concept, which I love and adore.
Yeah, we saw you on. Tell us what you were on. You were on a TV. You were on NBC, ABC. I remember one of them. But,
yes, the Today Show.
Today Show. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, tell us tell us about your experience on the Today Show.
Oh my gosh, it was a wonderful experience because I was just able to share with Tamron Hall on her Tuesday Trends, and of course millions of other viewers just about the process of vision boarding and how it has helped me with my level of success in business, and even identifying my husband.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan of vision boards. I actually started doing vision board parties myself. I did a tour a couple years back, and so I'm a great fan of vision boards. So tell us a little bit about what a vision board is, and how they affected your life.
Absolutely. So vision boards is what I consider just a visual of what your vision and your dreams look like. It's a reminder of the goals that you set, how high you want to reach, and it's taking you back to being that little girl or a little boy of dreaming of having all of these things without any walls up, So for me, the vision boards is like a belief board, things that you believe can happen for you and things that you'll strive for. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. I think when I read the book The Secret, that was actually the first time that I saw a vision board. I never actually knew anything about it. And when I saw them on Oprah, and then Lisa Nichols, I remember she had put herself being on Oprah, and she was showing her vision board, showing on Oprah that she was going to be on Oprah. So I just like, wow, these things are powerful.
I didn't even know that. Wow.
Yeah. She showed on Oprah that she was going to be on Oprah. I was like, this is crazy. So after that, I was like, I got to find out more about this vision board because I saw it first on The Secret. I think it was John Assaraf. I think that's his name. And he had one, and he was actually living in the house. He had put a house on the vision board, just a house that he wanted. And eventually was living, then he had put the vision boards up. And then he pulled the vision board, he moved into this house, And then he pulled the vision boards up, and his son was like, "What are these?" And he was like, "Oh, these are my vision boards." And he said, "Well, let me show you." And he pulled out the vision board, and then when he showed his son, he realized he was living in the house, not one like it.
Oh my
the
goodness.
house on the vision board. He had forgot it was like a different angle, like the back of the house or something like that. And he was living in the very house on the vision board. So I kind of, after that, I was like, oh, my God, I just started just going crazy about vision board. And after that, because I was like, these people are getting this stuff, you know.
That's what happened with me with Essence Magazine, something very similar with Essence Magazine. So, oh, my gosh, it's just great to hear about the manifestations.
So, you were on the first page of Essence Magazine, is that correct?
I had a spread on page 85. I read it. Yeah, page 85 about the vision boards and how they helped out, and they came and did an interview, and that was just a phenomenal experience within itself.
Yeah, what month was the Essence? Maybe somebody might be on the call that they may want to research and find that episode. I mean, that magazine.
Sure. It's the January issue of this year, 2015. The January issue. Page 85, with Kiki Palmer on the front, who also opened up at my conference, and she was on the vision board. So,
That is just wow. Yeah, because tell them about your conference. I wasn't able to attend. I really, really wanted to. I was actually already booked during that time. But tell them about your conference. It was, I mean, just what I saw. We are actually friends on Facebook. We've been like knowing each other back and forth for years and years and years. But I saw a couple of my friends on Facebook that went to the event, and it was just looking like, I'm like, this thing was crazy. I was like, man, I wish I wasn't busy. But tell them about the event. And I know you're having one in September in Atlanta. So tell them about the one that just passed and then what's coming in Atlanta.
Absolutely. So that Activate Conference is every single year, September 20th. So every year, September 20th, we're going to be somewhere on the planet. And so this year we had it in New York at the New York Times building. We're one of the first African-American females to have an event in that capacity, and that with all of these women there. So that was just so monumental there. And, you know, it was phenomenal. We had a wonderful panel. We had Kiki Palmer and Sherry Shepherd open up right before they went on Broadway to do Cinderella. So that was really cool. And we had some really great guest speakers. So that the whole Activate conference throughout the year, I do tours and I go to different states and cities. And so the Activate conference is where we begin to come together as like a family reunion sort of. And really just networking is on steroids. Connections are on steroids. You get to connect with media and publicists, and, you know, so it's just a place to get what you need. And we kind of prepare everybody throughout the year before they come September 20th, which we say is the month of birth, to get what you need. So by the time you get there, you should have positioned yourself and you're ready, and, you know, you're ready to just get fed when you get there, to be a blessing and to also receive a blessing at the same time.
Wow, that's good. You know, I noticed that you have an activate message, and everything you do is activate. And one time I heard you say, and I never forgot it, and you said you should be brand tight. So tell them a little bit what that means to be brand tight and how they should get to be brand tight.
Absolutely. So brand tight, you know, I always say you're always branding. You're always branding as a mother, as a wife. So for me, Activate is part of my brand, being a huge procrastinator in the past. And so with that, everything is branded Activate. Yes, I'm branding myself. And when you look at Lucinda, you can say, okay, she's brand tight. Activate is everywhere. That means that you have a little bit of your signature someplace, whether it's your colors. Everybody knows my color is red. I love red. Either it'll be red. One of the main things that I stand on is the word love. I use that a lot. And just the word activate. Activate love. Activate your family. Activate life. You know? So whatever your word is, whatever your colors, whatever your brand is, that should be reflected at all times where people can recognize it. Just like how they recognize Cheerios and Pepsi, they should be able to recognize you. So, yeah.
Yeah, so we recognize you as the activator.
Yes.
I think that's awesome. Oh, wow. Tell us now, I know you didn't just start off getting on in Essence and putting on the huge Activate conference, and I know it didn't start off like that, but tell them about how if you had some failures in business, and I'm listening to people, they've had failures, and then how did you go from failing or having failures to turning those failures into success?
So for me, one of the failures that I had in business was just giving away everything for free. I had a hard time asking for money, really, really hard time asking for money. And even when I did ask for it, I would lowball myself to the point that I might as well have just given it away for free. And that, I went from being an entrepreneur to an entrepreneur. I was straight up poor. With a huge passion. And so that was one of the major failures, and how I was able to overcome that is looking at the value that I brought to the table and saying, Lucinda, they're walking away with valuable tools, stuff that they can carry on and share with other individuals and constantly use year after year. And you're afraid to ask for money, and your time when you have 3 babies here, a husband, a household to take care of, you like nice things. So, I had to understand my own worth in terms of making a complete list, an inventory list of what did I bring to the table, the value that I bring to the table, and based on the price that I was charging. And after that, it was a no-brainer.
That is good. That is good. Awesome. I love that. Because I think a lot of times, since this is the audience is really startup businesses, I'm sure somebody listening is lowballing themselves. So I think that advice is just some powerful advice, and I know it's going to help somebody. Yeah. One more question is, what books are you currently reading, and how are they impacting your life?
Okay, shameless plug. I'm reading my own book. No, The Art of Activation. The Art of Activation, which just came out in September of 2014. But one of the books that I am reading now that I absolutely love, let me grab it so that I can make sure I get the author correct here. Because this is a great book. It's called Show Your Work, and I think that everybody should read it. Although these are things that we already know, it's always good to kind of get a refresher. It's called Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. And this book is 10 ways to share your creativity and get discovered. But it gives you, just as a person who's creative as myself, I always like to read from other people because there's always some golden nuggets and things that you forget in terms of sharing your brand. So I definitely encourage everybody to get that, Show Your Work.
That's good. That's good. Well, let's talk before we go to the next question. I wanted to ask you about your book because I believe it's a book that has a lot of different authors. So just tell us a little bit about The Art of Activation.
Absolutely. The Art of Activation. Oh, that's the newest baby. We have over 20 different women who are a part of the book. The book has, when it was out maybe less than 60 days, by the grace of God, it was picked as one of 2014's editors' best picks for Amazon. We were able to, reach the bestsellers list. We're pushing now to get inside of Essence and New York Times. But it's a book that shares laws on just how to live, to thrive, to prosper, and to rise. And it doesn't share stories of pity. It shares actionable things that we want the readers to understand. And one cool thing about this book, The Art of Activation, not only does it show you how to take action against all odds, but we have 8 forwards in this book. We have 8 forwards from 8 leaders that we respect and we love. One is Dee Marshall, who has a Girlfriend's Pray, Tiffany the Budgetnista, who she's running a fabulous movement. But they have poured into this book as well, and we leave after every chapter, even in the forwards, there's actionable steps that the reader can take to change their life.
That sounds good. I like that. And then you said 20 authors?
We have 24 authors in the book.
Wow, that's powerful. Some powerhouses. I love that.
Yeah.
So we have one more question, but before we do, we're going to have a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Have you ever wanted to be a published author?
Or how about, would you like to travel the world to get paid to speak and tell others of your